Hello. Today I'm going to do some broadcast sowing of my salad bits and bobs. And I'm going to do something quite special as well as just chuck it on the ground. I'm first going to mix it all together, all different types of salad seeds, and then I'm going to broadcast the mixture. So you say, well, that sounds a bit medieval, doesn't it? And it is. But for me, it's the only way to spread a mixture. And broadcast sowing does work. It's been used since the year dot. It's bringing some advantages, providing you broadcast the right things and do it at the right time of year. It's the ultimate in companion planting. You've got a way of mixing things up without having to mess around with modules and rows and bits and bobs and spacing and things like that. I just broadcast and then thin what I don't need. It also saves you from putting all your eggs in one basket. I mean, if you've got stuff in rows, all set out separately, and one patch or one row doesn't come up, and you've planted it, at a time of year when you really need the space. By the time you figured out that one crop or two crops have failed on you, you've got no way of filling in the space. Whereas if you've mixed it all in together, then you just find that the things that grow well, they'll just fill in the spaces. So you've always got maximum use of your soil. Another thing you can do, and I've got, and we probably all have, is reuse old seed. This is my seed from this year. It's already running a bit low. I got this stack of stuff from last year. Again, because I mix it all in together and densely sowing, it doesn't matter if some of these fail, because the old seed isn't brilliant, but some of it will be all right. And by and large, you come out on top. And it is a good way of reusing old seed that you wouldn't really normally put down in a dedicated area of land. And the final thing, I find it confuses pests. Again, if you've got something that's homing in on a particular type of plant, if there's others all around, I mean, again, this goes back to companion planting, but this is companion planting on steroids. Where do they go first? It seems to work anyway. I'll show you what I do. So to backtrack a little bit, I'd like to first of all ask the question, why do we plant in rows? Well, the obvious answer is because farmers plant in rows, and I find a lot of gardening techniques are copied either blindly or sometimes in an enlightened way for agriculture. But the row planting is something that goes back to the early mechanisation of agriculture, when first seed drilling machines came in which stuck things in rows, and then mechanical ways of harrowing things. Not even mechanical, but a harrow can be dragged through rows of crops, whether it's pulled by a horse or by a tractor, and it saves the manual input. So for farm, and the same for harvesting. So for farming, once you start to farm on an industrial, on a large scale, row planting has always made sense. And we as gardeners have kind of followed that. We plant things in strips or blocks or rows, and we certainly don't use mechanical harrows or anything like that. So our tending, the way we look after our gardens, is more medieval, and it wouldn't matter for us a hoot if things aren't in rows or in blocks. And indeed, if you look at the way gardening has evolved over the last sort of few decades whilst I've been gardening, companion planting is the thing, and sort of smaller and smaller mixed plantings it is coming in. So we're kind of going away from the row model. But what I'm doing here is leaping back, going to the ultimate sort of conclusion of that evolution. Well, let's go back to the days of rows and blocks and broadcast. And by broadcasting, you can mix seeds together as well. That's the payoff for me. So what am I doing here? I'll tell you the story. And the things that I've had most success with broadcast sowing are salads. So I'm going to do that here. A few years ago, I had, as we often do in the springtime, I had a surplus of old seeds. And it was one of those times when I didn't have a great deal of money, and I really wanted to use this old seed. But when you've got a collection of old seed packets and they've all got expiry dates on them, or use by dates and things like that, which can be current, you think, oh, it's out of date, but there's still seeds in there, and I know that a lot of these seeds would still be viable. But I didn't know which packet would come up. And for me, to dedicate areas of soil to old seed was not good. But I didn't want to spend on a whole load of new seed at the time. So I just mixed them all together, threw them on an area of ground, raked it over, medieval style, and I came up with a load of salads. I still don't know which packets were viable or not, but enough stuff came up to fill the ground. And I found that because I put quite a lot of seed down, you do when you're broadcasting, inevitably you overseed. I found that the stuff that germinated was more than enough to fill the space, and I had an interesting variety of things. And I had in that mixture things like spring onions, lettuces, radishes, pak choi, I think, as well. And it was marvellous. So I've done it a couple of years since then. And then I had a break, and this year I'm going back to it with a few refinements, and perhaps I know a bit more what I'm doing. For me, this method works if you've got things that are going to be planted and mature at roughly the same time, and are going to be approximately the same size. For instance, if I mixed and broadcasted something that goes this high with a big plant, well, the big plant's going to overwhelm the small one. That's not good. Likewise with planting times, you've got to have something that's going to enjoy when you're putting it in. So obviously you'll do quite well there with salads, because they all sort of tend to come in the spring and late spring. But again, obviously something that's planted it's best sown in the autumn, you don't want to mess around with that with this method. So what have I got? Well, I've got here, these are this year's seeds. Some spring onions, bit of parsley, that might as well go in as well. Bit slow growing, but maybe the lettuce will come up and the parsley will take over, Lettuce, baby leaf mixture, lettuce mixed leaves. These are all the sort of the cut and come again type lettuce. Some radishes. And in last year's seeds, I've got quite an interesting collection. I've got quite a bit of lettuce, more spring onions, 2 packets of coriander. Now that's a good thing to have in with your salads. More mixed baby lettuce. What have I got here? Radishes. And a bit of spinach. I mean, the spinach is quite a large grass, so that will have to be quite controlled before it takes over. But I'll mix it all in. And to create the seed mixture, which is just a bit from each packet, I'm going to mix old and new. I mean, the newer seeds, still got a reasonable quantity of them, and they are going to be a bit more viable. But I'll still use some of those old ones. So, here we go. And if you're worried about the proportions, obviously this is parsley. I'm just going to have a little pinch of parsley seed because you don't need that much of it. But the whole idea of this, and I found I was doing it when I first experimented, is you thin. Particularly with salads, you can eat the thinnings as well. So with broadcasting, you oversow because you know that not all the seeds are going to germinate the land. Not upside down, but places that aren't so great. But if you've got a lot of seed, you can make up for that. Anyway, what have we got here? Lettuce mixed leaves. Yeah. So I'll have a few of those. Spring onions. Radishes. And the radishes will be up now first, but again, as they come out, they'll make a bit more space for lettuces and so on. So these are the seeds I can guarantee on. I know that will germinate. And of these ones from last year, some will, some won't. But I'll just put in plenty of them and we'll go from there. Lettuce mixed red and green. Oh, they were nice actually. Coriander. I think I've got 2 packets, one from last year and one from the previous year. Yeah, those definitely look like last year's seed, but I'll bung them in. Again, planting last year's seed, or previous to last year's seed, wouldn't be great if I was relying on them to come up, but using this method, just bung them in, what the heck. Doesn't matter if they don't, there's plenty of others that will. Last year's spring onions, and the spinach. Just going to have a bit of spinach because it could overwhelm things. Right. Okay, so here's my seed mixture. Bit of everything. Now I'm going to mix this up with a bit of sand. It just makes it easier to chuck it around. So, got some beach sand here. Okay, so here's my seed broadcasting mixture. I've got a couple of places I'm going to put it. It's useful when you've got a mixture like this because it'll take up any size and shape. You're not messing around with rows. I've got a couple of corners that otherwise I kind of struggle to set things out in. I'm just going to put this in there, and we all know how to broadcast. You chuck it on and you rake it over, but I'll show how it's done. So this is one of the areas. I've got plants for the rest of the bed, but just at this end I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's got a chunk taken out of it by this rose as well, so it's not an easy place to put rows in, but ideal for my broadcast mixture. So I'll just demarcate it like this. Chuck the mixture on. And just rake it in. Obviously a few of the seeds are still exposed at the top. Most of them will be at roughly the right depth. And quantity wise there's plenty at just the right depth. And now we just water them in. This will come up now with obviously quite a prolific mixed salad bed. I'll start thinning it, I'll eat the thinnings, the stuff that's left will go up, and we go on like that. It really does work quite well, this method. As long as you've got stuff that, like I said, is going to grow to be about the same size, we're going at roughly the same time, you can use this method, and it really does have benefits. Anyway, to see how I get on with this, there's a subscribe button. Hit it, come back in a bit, and I'll show you how I got on.